Thank you for joining me in the prayer. Most of you happen to say it was audible, and I hope PSSC also found it audible. Very few people did mention that it's not audible. In that case, there was the lyrics on screen. Today, I will be sharing a lot of things with you, so I request you to, if it's not audible, rejoin or go to a robust connectivity. I would love you to have a lot of fun in today's session. I will give you a lot of opportunities to chat in the chat box. Thank you so much. Please, I request everyone to stop introducing themselves so the chat box can continue and we can have a lot more fun in the session. Thank you. So now, today our topic is embracing multilingualism in the classroom. And I'm doing this session for Patliputra Sahodaya, for which I'm very thankful to Rajiv Ranjan Sinha sir and also to Insha ma'am, Insha Rahman ma'am, who's given me the opportunity to be here and present in today's session. I would love to take this opportunity to also thank Sri Tarun Kumar sir, Deputy Secretary and Head, CBSE Center of Excellence, Patna, who connected me and the Patliputra Sahodaya. And therefore, I also happen to be greatly indebted to him and express my gratitude to sir. This is a little about myself. I'm Khyati Dwarkadas, HOD Social Science and School Training Nodal Coordinator at Gopipurla Memorial School, Mumbai. I happen to be the Innovation Ambassador, Master Trainer, and Resource Person for CBSC. Now, have you heard this song, Tere Jaisa, before? Type Y in the chat box if you heard it before. Okay, type Y if you heard it, type N if you've not. Great. So many of you happen to say that you have heard the song. Then tell me, in how many languages is this song? This is a song in 7 languages. 5, 4, and 3 is not right, but 7, Ranjana Kumari, congratulations. It's a song in 7 languages. And it's a beautiful song. If you listen, if you have youngsters at home, then you will have obviously heard the song. Or if you're young at heart, you would have heard the song. But else, you please listen to the Snapchat song Tere Jaisa. It was released only a couple of months ago and is a very good song. Have you heard this song, Mile Sur Mera Tumhara? Great. Can you name the 15 languages of this song? Can you name the 15 languages? कौन सी भाषाएं हैं? हिंदी, कन्नड़ा, तमिल, बंगाली, पंजाबी, तेलुगु, मलयालम, भोजपुरी, असमीज, गुजराती, मराठी, उड़िया, संस्कृत, बांग्ला, अच्छा कोई लोग कश्मीरी, कुछ लोग लिख रहे हैं नहीं पता। तो कोई बात नहीं, ये तो सॉन्ग बड़ा फेमस सॉन्ग है। मिले सुर मेरा तुम्हारा तो सुर बने हमारा। सिंधी, मणिपुरी, ब्यूटीफुल। तो दिस इज अ वेरी वेरी फेमस सॉन्ग, आप कभी भी इस सॉन्ग को सुन सकते हैं। एंड no, what is my aim of showing you these two songs? Both the songs happen to be multilingual, and both these songs are very, very famous. That is our main reason. Multilingual होना और famous होना, दोनों बातें इन दो गानों से हमें दिख रही है. And they are rhythmic, absolutely. But they are bang on onto our topic, multilingualism. So I'm going to stop sharing this screen, and in the chat box, I'll share my Menti code. आप menti.com में जाइए और मैं आपको कोड देती हूँ. The code is 24935671. चैट बॉक्स में मैं भी लिख देती हूँ. The Mentimeter code is, go to menti.com 24935671. मैंने चैट बॉक्स में कोड अलग से भी दे दिया है.
Is there an issue, ma'am? ऑडियो का इशू है क्या?
नहीं, क्यों? क्लियर है, क्यों?
No, no. You're sharing something, and I think वो ऑडिबल नहीं हो रहा है क्या लोगों को?
नहीं, क्लियर है. अभी मैंने और कुछ तो नहीं ऑडियो डाला है. एक प्रेयर डाला था, वो क्लियर था ना.
Okay, okay, okay. That's it. Thank you, thank you.
और आगे तो अभी और आएंगे बाद में थोड़े. तब
तो
अगर इश्यू होगा तो आप मुझे बता दीजिएगा, तो मैं आपको वीडियो लिंक्स भेज दूंगी, आप शेयर कर दीजिएगा.
okay, not an issue. I was just asking you कि whenever you share ना, there is
हाँ,
one checkbox. You can
हाँ.
share your computer audio also. Just check
Yes,
it.
yes. Obviously, I have done WebEx, and
Okay, okay.
PSSC helps with that.
Great, 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 great. That's thank you.
वेलकम. मैंने आपको ये दे दिया है मल्टीलिंगुअलिज्म के लिए एक मेंटीमीटर. और मुझे दिख रहा है कि यहाँ पर जितने लोग जुड़े हैं उन लोगों ने मेंटीमीटर में मेरा साथ नहीं दिया है. मुझे 2796 पार्टिसिपेंट्स दिख रहे हैं, पर बहुत कम लोगों ने मेंटीमीटर में जुड़ा है. 2800 plus participants and very few have joined Mentimeter. आप जब तक एक्सरसाइज करोगे नहीं, मजा कैसे आएगा आपको? तो मजा दिखाने के लिए आई एम शेयरिंग द मेंटी स्क्रीन विथ यू. आपको मुश्किल हो रही है क्या अपनी मातृभाषा में शब्द लिखने के लिए? If it is so, then you can use Google Translator. Go to Google Translator, English to the other language that is your mother tongue, and copy the translated word. तो बहुत लोगों ने ये किया हुआ है. You can see. Amita Kumari has raised her hand. Yes, Amita Kumari. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing this. ये शेयर करना मैंने बंद किया है, पर it will always be open. You can always use your time during the session if you find some free time to finish the Mentimeter. Beautiful. तो जिन्होंने किया उन्होंने बड़ा अच्छा काम किया, उनके लिए हम तालियां बजाएंगे. And then we'll go back to the presentation. The objectives of today's session is for revival and recognition of Indian languages, promotion of languages through various methods by documenting through various portals, encouraging multilingual education. My voice is clear. Everyone is able to hear it. Somebody who's not able to hear it, please log out and log in again. So, encouraging multilingual education, bilingual programs in school and higher education, producing high quality teachers with expertise in language teaching, music, art, philosophy, and writing. Also to preserve the culture and wealth of India for the nation's identity and economy. Preserving and promoting Indian art and culture is a priority. Integration of Sanskrit into mainstream and helping the students to learn about diversity, tradition, and cultural knowledge of different parts of India, as well as boost Indian tourism. Now let me see आपको NEP का कितना ज्ञान है. In the early Vedic age, जिस आर्यवर्त की आप बात कर रहे हैं, उसी आर्यवर्त में knowledge, education अलग प्रकार से होता था. There was a Gurukul system and students would learn in ashrams with their gurus. And it was all about knowing oneself, salvation, etc. In the later Vedic age, there came a Varna-specific education system where you had the Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, Shudras, all of these coming into place. And we also have a story from the Chandogya Upanishad of Satyakam Jabali. So you can go back and read through that story to know more about the Varna-specific education system. In the Gupta period, we already know about Buddhism spreading. We know about education being decentralized. Many universities being set up. Most of these universities were set up in the Patna region itself, in the state of Bihar. Now I'm going to ask you a question and you're going to answer in the chat box. We're going to answer in the chat box. Which of the following universities is not mentioned in the NEP? Which of the following universities is not mentioned in the NEP? Nalanda, Takshila, Vallabhi, Usmania. राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति में इनमें से कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी का उल्लेख नहीं है? नालंदा, तक्षशिला, वल्लभी, उस्मानिया. और अब तक मुझे एक ही सही उत्तर मिला है. चैट बॉक्स में 2 आए हैं अब तक. 3. उस्मानिया इज द करेक्ट आंसर. जिन लोगों ने उस्मानिया लिखा है अपने लिए तालियां बजा दे. आप लोग NEP के पढ़े लिखे अच्छे प्रधानाचार्य और शिक्षक भी हैं. In the later medieval period, Islamic philosophy and development of science and art came up. And in the colonial empire, we can see the English mode of communication with the Macaulay's Minutes and the Wood's Dispatch coming up. Before the NEP, we had other commissions and policies like the Radhakrishnan Commission. We had the Mudaliar Commission. We had the Kothari Commission. Now, Kothari Commission is important because we had two national education policies coming up with the Kothari Commission. In 1968, Indira Gandhi government announced the first national education policy. And in 1986, Rajiv Gandhi announced the second national education policy. In 1992, the second education policy of 1986 was only modified by the Narasimha Rao government to add a common professional and technical program. So with this, we had multiple national curriculum frameworks being in place. Anybody who wishes to ask a question can note it down. At the end of the session, I'll give you time to answer and ask your questions. Currently, let's proceed with the question. Request you not to raise your hand in between. So when you see the National Commission curriculum frameworks, we had them from 1975, 88, 2000, 2005. NC of 2005 is what we used till date. And the current NCF for the NEP is out for the foundational stage. The one for schooling is still under review. With this came up the NEP 2020 on 29 July 2020. Now, the vision of the NEP was to develop an education system deeply rooted in Indian ethos, which has the capability to provide high quality education to compete in the global world. Curriculum and pedagogy must develop a sense of respect towards fundamental rights, fundamental duties, Constitution of India, and have a deep bond with the country. We should develop a sense of pride and respect for the country and be responsible citizens for human rights, sustainable development goals, and even the well-being, thereby reflecting true global citizenship. Now, in the vision of the NEP, you can see Global Education Development Agenda reflected as SDG 4 was adopted by India in 2015, even before the NEP was launched. And it was the need of the hour was to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education for all, to promote lifelong learning opportunities by the year 2030. And where do we get these ideas? We get them from Gandhiji's Bunyadi Talim or Nai Talim and John Dewey, the father of experiential learning. Both of these hold a very strong view on using the hand, the head, and the heart in teaching the students, making it a play-way method. You already know the key principles of NEP, where equity, inclusion, diversity for local context, community participation, use of technology for the Divyangjan, critical and creative thinking, unique capacities and capabilities to be emphasized, and continuous review by assessment, and the SQA and SAFL, etc. are all in place. So when we talk about multilingual education, it is important to emphasize on the deliverance of education in different languages. So as schools, as teachers, we need to deliver our content in multiple languages. Now, when is a person multilingual? When you can think, speak, read, write, and express yourself in 3 or more languages. Only then are you multilingual. And in order to improvise language education, it is important to interact with the students in the same language as they speak. So, according to the People's Linguistic Survey of India, there were more than 780 languages in India with 86 different scripts. But people did not know these languages. Neither were they included in the 22 languages of the 8th schedule of the Constitution. My voice is very clear. If it's not, Patliputra Sahodai will let me know. So when we come to states whose official languages fall outside those of the 22 languages of the have states like Meghalaya, where we have the 3 hill ranges, Garo, Khasi and Jaintia. And quite surprisingly, in the Khasi and Garo hills of Meghalaya, both have their own languages called Khasi and Garo, and they don't come under the 22 languages. Also, there are, in a state like Odisha, there are 44 tribal languages spoken by the people. And the linguistic survey reckons that there are close to 220 languages which have died in the last 50 years. But that line that I have written in red on this slide is very, very important. In a tiny state like Tripura, Timer is down to its last 7 speakers. So you can see Tripura on a map. All of you know where is Tripura on a map. And in such a tiny state of Tripura, there is a language called Saimer, and the last 7 people are speaking it. After they die, language का कोई अता पता नहीं होगा. Multilingualism होने से क्या होगा हमारा? Multilingualism tells us that, you already start talking to the children in the language they understand. Global research has proved that learners in the mother tongue based multilingual education have a very good or even better learning outcome than their non-mother tongue based peers, including in reading, writing, and arithmetic. So when we talk about FLN, you have to use multilingualism. It can help build foundational skills, reduce learning poverty, and combat global crisis. Like I told you, a multilingual person can at least use 3 languages fluently. And a person who is multilingual is called a polyglot. When you look at the scope of multilingualism is here to transform societies, empower individuals. So personally, I may be multilingual, but it's only when I use my multilingual education in the school, in the classroom, will I be tolerant and acceptable to multilingualism. And our constitution provides us with more than 2 languages for the use of administration. आप यदि सीबीएसई के सर्कुलर्स भी देखेंगे तो पहले हिंदी में होते हैं, फिर अंग्रेजी में होते हैं. जब सीबीएसई भी 2 भाषाओं का प्रयोग करी तो हम तीसरी भाषा स्टेट लैंग्वेज का भी प्रयोग करते हैं. In all the states of the country, more or less, everybody has started using the 3 language formula where the circulars come in 3 languages. So when you check with the government, what is multilingualism all about in the NEP? Wherever possible, the medium of instruction, at least till grade 5 and preferably till grade 8, will be the mother tongue, the state language, the local language, or the regional language. Thereafter, the home or the local language shall continue to be taught as a language wherever possible. This will be followed by both public and private institutions. So ऐसा नहीं कि केवल सरकारी केंद्रीय विद्यालय या जेएनवी यही करेंगे, सभी विद्यालय में यही फॉलो होगा. High quality textbooks will be created and they will be made available in all the languages of the country. States are also allowed to enter into bilateral agreements with other states to hire teachers from there to teach in that language. The three languages learned by children will be the choice of the state, of the region, and of the student. So at least two of the three languages will be native to India. One could be a foreign language. The Indian Sign Language will be standardized across the country and the national and state curriculum materials developed for the use of students with hearing impairment. So those students who can't hear will be given an Indian Sign Language, which is already being standardized. Now, this is how we can put it in a flowchart and see it that at least till grade 5, if possible, till grade 8, multilingualism will be taught. The students will be taught in their mother tongue. The Minister for Human Research and Development says wherever possible, even beyond, you can teach it. However, the teaching process of languages should be enjoyable, interactive, conversational, plenty of reading, then followed by writing. And reading of other two languages will start only in class 3. All language learning to be aimed at experiential learning. And it will be done through art, music, poetry, theater, etc. Now, when you look at this, students whose medium is English, or sorry, students whose medium of instruction is the home language or the mother language, mother tongue, will shift to be bilingual in class 6. Such students will study math and science from bilingual textbooks only from class 6. And they will be aware of English by class 9. And every student in the country will participate in one common project once a year called Languages of India. So all students of grade 6 to 8 will participate in this project with common phonetics, grammatical structures, sources of vocabulary, cultural heritage, etc. Mukesh Kumarji, the PPT is very visible. And the classical languages like Sanskrit will be brought about and taught. Oh, the PPT is not visible to you? Okay, I'll stop and reshare it since many of you are saying it's not visible. Now is it visible? It's a flow chart. At PSSC is the, okay, Suraj Kumar Jha says it's visible. Now it is visible. People are writing yes. Thank you. So relevance and beauty of classical languages can be brought about, especially in Sanskrit, where Sanskrit will be taught at least at 2 levels, and maths, philosophy, grammar, music, politics, medicine, architecture, metallurgy, drama, poetry, and storytelling will be used with Sanskrit. Then you have teaching of classical Indian languages, at least in 2 levels, uh, to be done through playway method, gamification, technology, cultural aspects, films, etc. to be shown. And the foreign languages that can be taught apart from the classical Indian languages will be Japanese, Korean, Thai, French, German, Spanish, and Russian. So when we interpret multilingualism, I told you the focus will be to amplify national integration, make students aware of the rich languages of the country. I also told you about the Languages of India Fun project. Now there is this app. You can download this free app on your phones. I have shared the link on my screen. It is called the Bhasha Sangam app. You can download it. It's an app by the Government of India on the Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat webpage. From Google Play Store or your Apple App Store, you can easily download the app. It's a free app. It is an initiative of the Bhasha Sangam initiative or the EBSB initiative, where they're trying to teach us 22 languages of official languages of India. There are two characters, Vani and Bharat, and they will speak to you in the language you choose to learn. You can learn the language, and if you pass a test with 70 or more percent, you will get a certificate from the Ministry of Education for learning a particular language. And you can learn 22 languages. It's a free app. आप भी multilingual बन सकते हो. So what does multilingualism do? Languages take you to the heritage, foundation, and culture of India. And this is also the very basic fact of education, the discovery model of education. In your classrooms, you can even have multilingual calendars. So if you look at this calendar, there is a Gregorian calendar, solar calendar, lunisolar, and lunar. Everything is there in this one calendar. So it gives you all kinds of years across the calendars. It gives you the Christian, Tamil, lunisolar, and Hijri calendar, day and dates by the calendars, the tithi, the festival, according to those calendars. There is another example of the same calendar. When you put up these kind of calendars in your classrooms, it will automatically become a multilingual classroom. Now, I told you Sanskrit will be offered at 2 levels. One will be Sanskrit through Sanskrit, and the other one will be simple standard Sanskrit. And with Sanskrit, the other classical languages, Odia, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Pali, Persian, and Prakrit, will be preserved for posterity. Now, multilingualism as a resource strategy, how are we going to implement it in our classrooms? So we can have translating and speaking a multilingual story. So when you have your storytelling competition, you can ask the students to read about a story and speak it in their own language. Then you could have multilingual house board. So if you see that, I can, the growth mindset board. If you see I can, it is written in 48 languages on one board. Then you can have inter-house competitions which are multilingual. There could be dance, skit, song, etc. Now I'm going to give you the opportunity to test your multilingual skills. So first I'll play this song. You will have to tell me if it is audible to you. It won't go through this. Just a moment. Yeah, I know it was not audible. It did not share through this method. Just a moment. I'll share it the other way, which I normally do on WebEx for the CBSE. Just give me a moment. It will come on its own.
संस्कृतं सरस सरल मनोज्ञ मंगल देव भाषा संस्कृतं मधुर भाषा संस्कृतं मृदुल भाषा संस्कृतं मृदुल मधुर मनोहरामृततुल्य भाषा संस्कृतं देव भाषा संस्कृतं वेद भाषा संस्कृतं भेद भाव विनाशकं खलु दिव्य भाषा संस्कृतं
Sing along, keeping yourself on mute.
भाषा संस्कृतं अतुल भाषा संस्कृतं सुकृति जनहृति परिलसित शुभ वरद भाषा संस्कृतं
Yeah.
भुवन भाषा
I will tell you what is happening. There is another screen.
संस्कृतं भुवन भाषा संस्कृतं भरत भुवि परिलसित काव्य मनोज्ञ भाषा संस्कृतं शस्त्र भाषा संस्कृतं शास्त्र भाषा संस्कृतं शस्त्र शास्त्र प्रदर्श भारत राष्ट्र भाषा संस्कृतं
So when you listen to this song, when you look at the song talks about a lot of things that Sanskrit is all about. All right. Now I'm going to be sharing another song with you. I want you to listen to at least some parts of this song before I start asking you questions. Okay. I will be asking you questions. And let me see how many of you are able to answer it. Just that the song setting needs to be reorganized for me to share it with you.
अस्ति हम्बा अत्र हम्बा तत्र हम्बा हम्बा सर्वत्र आगच्छन्तु आगच्छन्तु क्षेत्रं पश्यन्तु आगच्छन्तु आगच्छन्तु क्षेत्रं पश्यन्तु क्षेत्रे अस्ति एकः अजः अजः अस्ति अजा च अस्ति बै बै अत्र बै बै तत्र बै 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 सर्वत्र आगच्छन्तु आगच्छन्तु क्षेत्रं पश्यन्तु आगच्छन्तु आगच्छन्तु क्षेत्रं पश्यन्तु क्षेत्रे अस्ति कृष्णमूषकः क्षेत्रे अस्ति कृष्णमूषकः चूचू अत्र चूचू तत्र चूचू चूचू सर्वत्र
So I did realize that some people recognized the song very, very quickly and did mention it in the chat box that this was the Sanskrit version of the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm. Beautiful. I'm so happy I am amongst learned people like you over here. And yes, now I'm going to be sharing this and I want to see, you people can all see here, lovely educators here. आप सभी को दिखेगा कि भारत की जितनी प्रशंसनीय फौज है या लोगोस है सारी संस्कृत में है. सो हमारे भारत का भी एक मोटो है सत्यमेव जयते जो कि ध्येय वाक्य है, बोध वाक्य, जैसे हम संस्कृत में ब्रीद वाक्यानि कहते हैं. तो ये सत्यमेव जयते है. या नेवी का देखिए शमनो वरुणः. एयरफोर्स का देखिए नभ स्पृशम दीप्तम. मैं मुंबई में हूँ तो मुंबई महाराष्ट्र के राज्य में आता है. तो लुक एट आवर महाराष्ट्र पुलिस मोटो सद रक्षणाय खल निग्रहणाय. And even in our own school, we have this Satyam Vadam Dharmam Chara. So look at our own school logo also. So we start learning Sanskrit in a fun way. Okay, even you can do this. I'm going to keep the chat on and I'm going to expect people to answer in the chat quickly now. Aham api Sanskritam janami. So my name, we are going to learn Sanskrit. My name is Khyati. Mama nama Khyati asti. That's how you're going to take it. Okay? आप भी अपना नाम लिख सकते हैं. सो पूनम मैम ने लिखा है, संतोष कुमार ने भी लिखा है, बहुत लोग लिख रहे हैं, मैं देख रही हूँ. Just the fact that there are 2,900 people, so I can't take everyone's names, but I can see the names coming in. Beautiful. Aham Mumbai Nagare Vasami. Aham Mumbai Nagare Vasami. आप कहाँ रहते हैं? पटना नगरे, जमशेदपुर नगरे, मुजफ्फरपुर नगरे, किशनगंज अर्रा. ऑल राइट. दरभंगा नगरे. अहम अध्यापिका अस्ति. मैं अध्यापिका हूँ. अहम गोपी बिरला मेमोरियल विद्यालय पाठयामी. मेरी शाला पाठशाला जहाँ मैं पढ़ाती हूँ उसका नाम है गोपी बिरला मेमोरियल विद्यालय. परफेक्ट. तो इतनी सी बात तो आप कल परसों अपनी शालाओं में जाकर, अपनी पाठशाला जाकर अपने सह शिक्षक वर्ग से बात कर पाएंगे संस्कृत में। यही मेरा आज का उद्देश्य था कि आप इतना संस्कृत तो जान ही पाएंगे। अब ये देखिए, एक बड़ा फेमस मूवी डायलॉग है, उसका संस्कृत मैंने कर रखा है। आप मुझे असली हिंदी डायलॉग दीजिए। उत्थापाय रे भगवन, माम नहीं मोद्व उत्थापाय। उठा ले रे बाबा मुझे नहीं, इन दोनों को। वेरी ट्रू, वेरी वेरी ट्रू। Then this though I had kept for a joke. पूर्वे हृदयाघात हृदय भवति स्म, अधुना वृक्के भवति। पहले हार्ट अटैक हार्ट में होता था, अब किडनी में भी होने लगा है। तो ये भी मैंने आपके लिए रखा था। अब ये वाला भी आपको ट्रांसलेट करना है, अनुवाद करना है। मित्रम अनुत्तीर्णं भवति चेत् खेदः, किंतु प्रथम क्रमांकेण उत्तीर्णश्चेत् अतीव खेदः। हेरा फेरी मूवी का डायलॉग है, थ्री इडियट्स। डायलॉग तो ट्रांसलेट कीजिए, दोस्त पास हो नहीं। यदि दोस्त फेल हो जाए तो दुख होता है, पर यदि फर्स्ट डिवीजन में पास हो जाए तो बहुत दुख होता है। तालियां आपके लिए। सो देयर इज अनदर वन हियर फॉर यू, जिसे अभी तो मैं प्ले नहीं करूंगी, पर ये वाला मैं जरूर प्ले करूंगी। यदि हमें पेट्रियाटिक फीलिंग्स अपने स्टूडेंट्स में लानी हो तो ये बड़ा एक अच्छा है सॉन्ग, और मेरा फेवरेट भी है। वैसे तो आप भी घर से गा सकते हैं।
एहि
देशभक्ति
एहि वीर रे
आप अपने
वीरतां
विद्यार्थियों में
विदेहि रे
जागृत कर सकते हैं।
भारतस्य रक्षणाय जीवनं प्रदेहि रे। एहि एहि वीर रे वीरतां विदेहि रे भारतस्य रक्षणाय जीवनं प्रदेहि रे। त्वं हि मार्गदर्शक त्वं हि देशरक्षक त्वं हि शत्रुनाशकः कालनागतक्षक। एहि एहि वीर रे वीरतां विदेहि रे भारतस्य रक्षणाय जीवनं प्रदेहि रे। साहसी सदा भवेत्।
So this was a very pleasant one. This was a very pleasant one. यदि आप भी कभी अपने वर्ग में, अपने कक्षाओं में इस चीज को ले जाना चाहे, देशभक्ति कभी बच्चों को संस्कृत में सिखाना चाहे, तो ये एक बड़ा अच्छा सॉन्ग था। एक मेरे पास ये भी है जो मैं डेफिनेटली प्ले करना चाहूंगी आपके लिए। ये बड़ा अच्छा है और ये हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति पर ही बना हुआ है।
दुग्धं पीतं न अम्ब वदसि असत्यं न अम्ब मुखमुद्घाटय
तो ये कौन सी हमारी राइम से मिलता जुलता है?
कृष्ण कृष्ण आमम्ब दधिजम् अशितं न अम्ब वदसि असत्यं न अम्ब मुखमुद्घाटय
Absolutely Vani. वानी की भी तालियां हो जाए। And बहुत से लोग अब लिख रहे हैं चैट बॉक्स में। Absolutely true.
कृष्ण
Johnny,
कृष्ण
Johnny, yes, Papa.
आमम्ब मृत्तिका भुक्ता न अम्ब वदसि असत्यं न अम्ब मुखमुद्घाटय
And the philosophy of the world is seen to the mother in this. The universe, the space, and the directions. So it is through these tiny ways that you can inculcate a spirit of learning languages, help children be multilingual. I also have a few images here for you to see, where even you can see that, can you identify this rhyme? Absolutely true. Johnny, Johnny, yes, Papa. Eating sugar, no, Papa. Telling lies, yes, no, Papa. Open your mouth, ha, ha, ha. Even in your schools, you can show holiday pictures of non-native states with signboards so students will learn about these states. Social science teachers can show multilingual maps of India. Even on a 500 rupee note, how many languages do you see? ₹500 के नोट पर कितनी भाषाएं दिखती हैं आपको? Absolutely, somebody just wrote 15 languages. So no matter what you do, you build a culture that avoids judgment and bias, acknowledges the learner's unique identity, brings laughter and freedom. That is what you need to remember throughout. As a multilingual teacher, you will become tolerant, you will learn, you will also have an edge over others. If you happen to apply elsewhere, being multilingual helps you the most. With this, I'd like to thank Shri Tarun Kumar Sir, Deputy Secretary and Head, CBSE COE Patna, for bridging the gap between Mumbai and Patna and putting us together on this one beautiful platform. I'd like to thank Shri Rajiv Ranjan Sinha Sir at Patliputra Sahodaya and Insha Rahman ma'am, also from Patliputra Sahodaya, as well as somebody, this gentleman who's been manning the session at Patliputra Sahodaya so beautifully today to put us together. And of course, thank you very much to all of you wonderful participants. I can read your comments in the chat box. I had seen 2,904 participants today. So thank you very much, everyone. Looking forward to hearing from you in future sessions. If you have any question, please feel free to ask. The chat box is open. You will need to talk in Urdu for the Urdu learners. That was the Bhasha Sangam app I spoke about. Something came in Hindi and it went so fast, I forgot. I was reading it and it went away so fast. So long as you can take this to your classrooms, I'm very happy. सूरज कुमार झा को मेरा धन्यवाद. छवि चैटर्जी, आपने कुछ शायद बंगला में लिखा है जो मैं अब तक समझ नहीं पाई हूँ. राजू कुमार पांडे, आपको भी खूब खूब धन्यवाद.